Takes over. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Wait a minute, hold on. I have to shut that door.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Okay, we're here at the Budweiser Superfest. I'm here with two members of New Edition.
Michael.
Michael and
Ricky.
Ricky, okay. Let me just ask in terms of touring. What's the toughest thing about touring, going on tour?
Well, just being away from home for a long period of time. It's fun, excuse me, being on the road and doing shows because we enjoy performing for people, going on stage. So that's all fun. That's not hard work. It's just, being away from home and, the long hours that we have to work while we're on the road.
Where are you guys from originally?
Boston, Mass.
I think the last time you were on City Sounds, we asked you how you guys got together. You want to just sort of go over that? Because it's interesting.
Well, it started in 1980, and we just formed the group New Edition and Problems.
No, not to stop.
Bored after school, no one really didn't have too much to do. And so we just started entering local talent shows in Boston. And then all of a sudden, this big talent show came up. That happened after all the little talent shows happened. It was like the next step from the little talent shows. And we entered in, and it consisted of 81 groups, and New Edition made 82. And we came in second place. And the guy giving the show liked what he saw in us, even though we lost. And so he still invited us to his studio. And then from there, we recorded the song Candy Girl. And then it just started happening.
What do you guys do to relax when you're not touring or performing or in the studio?
Well,
Tell him, Rick.
we like to go to the movies, play basketball, ride around in our cars, and try to do the things that normal teenagers do.
Watch the girls.
Yeah, let me ask this for all the young ladies in the audience. What kind of girls do you guys like?
Well, go ahead, you go first.
I just like, it doesn't really matter. Well, it matters, but I can't tell you because at any moment, I might like a girl for a quality that I may say I'm looking for in a girl, and she might not have that. It might be something else about this one, so therefore I just go with it like that.
Yeah, well, I feel like that too, whatever you said.
What's the funniest experience you guys have had while touring?
The funniest experience. I don't know.
Well, it was funny today, for example. We was late getting there, so it was kind of funny. But I guess something like falling on stage or
Yeah.
or going on stage and all the power going off and you still singing. And until you sing a note, the power's off. So you're singing and no one's hearing you. Something like that, or what? Yeah.
That's it. Or while we're performing and a girl jumps on stage. One time we was performing in Providence, Rhode Island, while we were on stage, and 3 guys jumped on the stage and they stayed up there and danced. No one did nothing. Like no
about
security.
30 seconds.
Yeah, no security came up there, nothing. They just they just danced up there.
And that was funny to us because they sort of like knew the routines. So it was like, wow, this is funny.
What would you say is the biggest influence? What has been the biggest influence on you guys' career, or who has? Any one particular person? Or?
Well, I would have to say my mother. She's been, without her encouragement and her, telling me all the do's and the don'ts, that's been my biggest influence, my mother. And my whole family, as a matter of fact.
My family also influenced me a lot. And just seeing other entertainers rise to the top made me want to push for the same goals they were reaching for. So therefore, it was a lot of people that inspired me, but by my mother and the rest of my family being there, I was able to, get a lot of inspiration from her.
What would you guys say to, young performers, who are trying to break in? What kind of advice would you give them?
Well, I would just say, You have to be determined. I mean, nothing's going to come overnight. You have to work real hard. You have to be willing to work hard for, you know, for whatever it is you're going for, and just be willing to make a lot of sacrifices no matter what happens. You know, there's always ups and downs. You know, if you fall down a few times, you have to get right back up and start all over again.
Just keep striving. Sooner or later, it'll come.
One other thing I do want to ask. What's in the future for New Edition?
The future, well, the near future for New Edition is a new album, a great new album, and we're looking at scripts. You know, scripts people are writing for us, so we'll possibly be co-writing with someone else for our own movie.
And another big tour somewhere in the summertime, around this time next year. A tour to where we hope it'll just be as successful as the All for Love tour was for us this year, and even more.